All right, everybody, this is going to be a little bit of a different video, but this has been something that's been irking me. And because I don't normally talk about this to other people, maybe this will put some insight for other people out there. If you're thinking about buying a program to edit videos for gaming or anything like that called Pinnacle Studio, I would advise you to probably look elsewhere. And I would even advise you to go to a lesser version of Pinnacle Studio that's actually much more simplistic and streamlined, because there have been multiple problems that I've been having with Pinnacle Studio that it doesn't even make no sense, right? This is Pinnacle Studio version 25. It currently costs damn near 200 plus something dollars if you buy it without a sale or whatnot. It's a pretty expensive program, and you would think that for a program that damn near costs $200, that it would do certain things properly, right? Especially if it's the ultimate edition of it, right? Now, mind you, I've purchased many Pinnacle Studios software, Pinnacle Studio versions. I've had version 24, version 23, etc., and so on. This is 25, and I've always bought the most expensive version that normally ranges $150, because nobody's trying to spend a whole bunch of money for these programs like that, right? You just want something so you can just edit your video, chop it up, all that good stuff, render it, put it on YouTube or whatever that you're gonna put it on. Now, here's the thing. One of the features, one of the problems about this program is that consistently there are just weird things that happen. Besides it just crashing 24/7, or features that you can find on even free video editing programs. Like, you could find features in free editing programs that for some reason is not here on the ultimate version that they already had 25 versions of, apparently. And what I mean by that is, besides its instability, a feature that a lot of people want to do, and it has many uses, is slowing down your video, right? Or speeding up your video. It has many uses. You may want to slow down a video to show when something happened for a funny moment, like somebody shot you on your team and they lied and said, "Hey, I didn't shoot you, man," that whatever. And you can expose them, make it funny, right? Or maybe even you want to make sure that that music video fits in a 30-second for the ending for your subscribe thing, right? Maybe you want to put a song that it's 22 seconds long, so you want to squeeze it in, so you'll speed it up by a little bit to put it in that 30 second spot. These are things that are important. Now, here's the thing, right? In this version of Pinnacle Studio, right, the only way to slow down or speed up to slow down or speed up clips, is through time remapping, right? There's no other way. There's no other way to do that, right? You only have time remapping, right? Now, here's the thing about time remapping, right? And this is to you, Pinnacle, because this does not make sense considering the fact that you're supposed to be the more advanced video editing software compared to the other one. This does not make sense. That, say, for example, we have this clip here of me when I was playing this video game, and I'm going to slow it down even by 1%, just 1%. Now, wait, hold on. Before I do that, this is the video normally. This is how it sounds. Woo. So the second that you even touch it is faulty. All right, so hold on. Let's double edit it so that it doesn't. All right, so this is unedited how the video should sound. All right, and we are back at it again with some Sprung, going back to Becky's story. Let's see what Shorty doing. All right, so that's how the video sounds, right? When you don't touch it. Right now, let's speed it up. Let's slow it down by even 1%. And it's not gonna sound very good. This is what it sounds like, even by 1%. This is what it sounds like. All right, and we are back at it again with some Sprung, going back to Becky's story. Let's see what Shorty doing. Do you hear that crackling sound? I'm just trying to figure out this. Just answer this for me. Who thought who decided that that was acceptable, right? That was okay. I'm really trying to figure this out. Who thought that this was okay? This is supposed to be, mind you, this is Pinnacle Studio 25. Now, understand. Now, this is crazy, right? because there's a lot of things about this program that just doesn't make no sense to me. Like, for example, I can turn it on and it'll mute itself, right? Unless I'm using headphones. Or in Pinnacle 24, Pinnacle 24 was completely fine. It still had this audio problem whenever I tried to speed up or slow down videos. But when I would move my mouse over certain things, right, icons would just completely disappear, right? And I would have to minimize and reopen the program for the icons to come back, right? That's crazy, right? Like, that just, it's taking you away from actually doing work, right? And so this is the reason why it's a hassle to even make these videos sometimes. So let's say, for example, we are gonna go to Corel Video Studio 28 to 2018, right? Now it's almost 2020, right? I'm sorry, it's almost 2022, right? They've already made 2 to damn near 3 new versions, because they make a new version of their programs every year, right? And you mean to tell me that you couldn't fix it? Now understand, this is the same exact clip. All right, and we are back at it again with some Sprung, going back to Becky's story. Let's see what Shorty doing. Now here's the thing about Corel Video Studio. Corel Video Studio and Pinnacle Video Studio is from the same company. It's like Call of Duty Black Ops and Call of Duty Modern Warfare. One may be Treyarch, the other one may be Infinity War, but at the end of the day, they answer to the same people at the higher ups, right? So I'm just trying to figure this out, right? So say, for example, if I want to mess with, to slow it down and speed it up, right? Here's the thing. Corel Video Studio is supposed to be the more simple version for people who don't know a lot about video editing, that want to edit videos, right? They put features here and there, but it's supposed to be the stripped down, bare bones minimum. You know what I'm saying? While Pinnacle Studio is supposed to be the Pinnacle Studio version, where it's supposed to be advanced and all of this, right? It's supposed to have all these features, all of this stuff. It's supposed to be the top of the top, right? Okay. Tell me why there are more features for manipulating the speed of your videos in Corel Video Studio. And I'm pretty sure in the earlier versions there still was, right? Why are there more features here? So here's the thing. The only thing that you can do in Pinnacle Studio for manipulating time is called time remapping, which is great, but you already heard that audio distortion, the popping and the crackling of that audio. That shit is unbearable, and that is wrong. And it's crazy because I was second guessing myself over and over, like, no, that's something that's always been there. But then I had to think on it a little bit, like, hold up though. I had a version of Corel Video Studio before this one. But I remember me messing with the audio for my outros or whatnot, that I had it working just fine, where I can slow it down, speed it up, and the audio would be just fine, right? And it worked. And I'm like, wait a second, I know I'm not bugging. So I went to their support center and I hit them up. And every single time, fucking robots, right? Oh, we have to send it to this place. We have to send it to this place. We made an email ticket. It's like, bro, I don't need a fucking email ticket. Fix your fucking product. But I just to show you guys, right? So we got time remapping here. We're not going to use time remapping because that's a feature that we just used on Pinnacle, right? But you know what? Matter of fact, we are going to use it. We're going to use time remapping. So we're going to use time remapping, and we're going to slow it down by 1, right? Just to see if time remapping is actually the problem in itself. All right, we're going to play the clip. All right, and we are back at it again. Weird. All right, so as you can see, the audio was all right, but then it kind of stopped, right? But the feature I normally used on Pinnacle Studio, right? The feature that I used on Pinnacle Studio for editing, for time manipulation was speed time lapse, right? This is a version that you can basically see how slow you're making the video, how big it's gonna be when you slow it down, or if you speed it up, how big is the file, how short is the file gonna get. So you can see it ahead of time, right? And we're gonna just slow it down. We're gonna slow it down by 1, right? This is just to show you guys the weirdness in all of this, right? So we're gonna slow it down by 1. All right, and we are back at it again with some Sprung, going back to Becky's story. Let's see what Shorty doing. Right, so I'm trying to figure out why the fuck is a version that is 3 years, damn near 4 years older. Why does it work better than a version that costs me damn near triple the amount that this version costs me, right? Why is it that I could speed this up to 100 and let's say 100 and 100 and 110, right? Speed it up to 110. All right, and we are back at it again with some Sprung, going back to Becky's story. Let's see what Shorty doing. Right? We could speed it up, slow it down, all of that stuff. And yeah, if we go back to Pinnacle Studio, the more expensive older sister, older brother version of Corel, right? Why is it that let's go to 100 and let's go to 110 here, right? And mind you, I can hear the crackle in Corel, but it's very, very, like, it's very subtle, right? Very, very subtle compared to this shit. All right, and we are back at it again with some Sprung, going back to Becky's story. Let's see what Shorty doing. Like, why? That's not acceptable, right? And this is the thing. The reason why I made this video is purposely because I know nothing's going to come from their help ticket. Talk about they're going to fix the solutions. All right, and we are back at it again with some Sprung, going back to Becky's story. Let's see what Shorty doing. You hear that popping sound? Like that nasty popping sound? There's no reason why this should be even acceptable, right? And I already know that nothing's gonna come going through their customer support. So this is the reason when you gotta go above and you just gotta put something else out there like this, right? And literally direct it towards Pinnacle so that Pinnacle can see this shit, right? They removed the dislikes, you know, on YouTube because you can't hate certain people anymore. But you need to let these people know. And I'm talking about even other features, right, are completely gone. Like fine tuning it for wind. Say for example, anyway, there's more than just this, but this is one of the things that I'm talking about here that doesn't make no fucking sense. Pinnacle, fix your fucking shit. This is your program. You are basically making money off of a program that you claim to be the ultimate version of this year. And you guys don't even have your basics down. Come on, bro. Get your shit together.